You don't need a backyard, you don't need an orchard, you don't even need a yard at all. What you need is 10 pots and about 20 minutes of your time, because I'm about to hand you 10 fruit trees that will happily live, grow, and load themselves with fruit in nothing but a container on your balcony. Number 4 on this list is the one nobody believes about until they try it. And stick around to the very end, because I'm giving you one free trick that basically doubles the output of every tree on this list. Hey garden friend, welcome back. If this is your first time here, you've landed on the channel where we grow real food for basically nothing. No fancy setups, no expensive gear, just smart choices and a little patience. And today's topic is one that changed the way I think about small space gardening completely. Fruit trees that thrive in pots. Not technically survive, thrive. Before we get into it, if growing your own food without draining your wallet sounds good to you, tap that subscribe button. I post every week, and every video is built to save you money and grow your green thumb. Okay, let's get into the list. 1. The banana trick dwarf Cavendish, or super dwarf banana plants take the top spot because nothing else on this list delivers like they do. A single plant can produce 50 to 100 bananas in one bunch, ready in 18 months to 2 years. Bananas are technically herbaceous perennials, not trees, but they don't care about the label they just produce. Organic bananas run less than $1 a pound in stores, and one bunch off your own plant can weigh 20 to 40 pounds. In cold climates, bring it in for winter, let it go semi-dormant, and set it back out in spring. And after it fruits, 2. Avocados that actually fruit. Dwarf types like Wurtz or Little Cado will genuinely fruit in a container, and when they do, you're looking at avocados that cost $5 minus 8 each at the store. One mature tree can produce 20 to 30 a year. Yes, it takes patience 3 to 4 years before real fruiting, but you're either planting the tree now or buying avocados forever. Give it good drainage, don't overwater, and let time do the work. These trees can live and produce for 20 plus years in a pot, which stacks up to real money over the long run, and you can bring it indoors during a cold snap if your climate's on the edge. 3. Strawberries, reimagined. Not technically a tree, but this earns its spot. A container with 6 to 8 ever-bearing strawberry plants turns into a near-daily harvest machine from late spring through fall. Store strawberries can run $5 minus 7 a pound in season. Homegrown ones are picked at peak ripeness and eaten minutes later once you taste the difference. Store-bought stops being appealing. And strawberries basically renew themselves. Let runners root, pot them up, and your patch keeps expanding for free. 4. The apple that fits on a balcony. This is the one people don't believe until they see it. Columnar apple trees, varieties like North Pole or Golden Sentinel, grow straight up with almost no side branches. 8 to 10 feet tall, but only about 2 feet wide, you can line up 3 or 4 on a small balcony. Each one gives you 15 to 25 full-sized real apples, not miniatures. And because apples store well, you're eating your own fruit from September clear through the new year. Bonus, a tiny tree is easy to inspect top to bottom, so pests get caught early instead of hiding in branches you can't even reach. Pie cherries without the ladder. Dwarf pie cherries like Romeo or Juliet solve the single biggest headache of cherry growing: birds. Throw a net over a potted tree in 5 minutes. Try that on a 20-foot tree in your yard. A mature container cherry can give you 10 to 15 pounds of fruit a season, more than enough for snacking, baking, and freezing. Store cherries run $8 black, $10 a pound in season, so one tree is easily worth over $100 a year, and it gives you a stunning spring bloom before it even fruits. 6. Dwarf peaches that over-deliver. Peaches sound like a big yard fruit, but varieties like Bonanza or El Dorado were basically built for pots, self-pollinating, 5 to 6 feet tall, and loaded with full-sized peaches. Because they're portable, you can net them against birds or wheel them under cover before a late frost, something impossible with a 15-foot tree. One dwarf peach can give you 20 to 40 peaches a season, and because you're letting them ripen fully on the branch instead of picking early for shipping, the flavor isn't close to what you'll find in a store. One trick: thin the baby fruit by about half. Feels wrong, but it makes the ones left behind bigger and sweeter. If this is already changing how you think about your balcony, do me a favor and hit like it's the easiest way to get this in front of more people trying to grow their own food. And tell me down in the comments, which one you're planting first. I read every comment. 7. Meyer lemons, the ever-bearing trick. Everyone's heard of Meyer lemons in pots, but here's what actually makes them special. They're ever-bearing, meaning flowers, green fruit, and ripe fruit can all sit on the same branch at once. One mature tree can give you 50 to 100 lemons a year. And honestly, potted citrus is easier to keep alive than in-ground citrus, because you control everything. Cold snap, bring it in. Pest problem, isolate one pot. Soil issue, you built the soil yourself. A basic organic fertilizer like fish emulsion, every couple weeks, is all it needs, and your patio will smell like a citrus grove when it blooms. 8. Blueberries, done right. Most people fail with blueberries because of one detail: soil pH. They need it acidic, roughly 4.5 to 5.5, and regular potting soil won't get you there. In a container, though, you control every variable mix in peat moss or an azalea, rhododendron blend, and you're set. Compact varieties like Top Hat or Peach Sorbet stay under 3 feet and still produce 3 to 5 pounds of berries a season. At $5.7 a pound for organic berries in stores, one bush pays for itself fast, and because it's in a pot, you can chase the sun, dodge a late frost, or fix the soil anytime you want, no digging required. 9. The fig that loves being cramped. Here's the twist with figs. They actually prefer tight roots. Put one in a container and you're not compromising, you're giving it exactly what it wants. Pandit repays you with fruit earlier in the season. Look for Petite Negri or Chicago Hardy. A single potted fig can crank out over 100 figs in one summer. Even better, figs fruit on new growth, so if your winter kills the top back, the plant just regrows and fruits again the same year. Pro tip: let the soil go a little dry while it's fruiting. The stress concentrates the sugar, and the figs taste like candy. 10. The pomegranate nobody kills. Pomegranates have a reputation for being fussy in the ground, but in a pot, they're almost impossible to mess up. Dwarf types like Nana or State Fair keep a tight, compact root system, so a 15 to 20 gallon container, the kind you can beg off a restaurant for free, is genuinely enough room for life. Once established, one plant can hand you 15 to 30 fruits a season. Deep red, sweet tart, the real thing. And they're drought forgiving. Skip watering for a few days and the tree shrugs it off. That's real money back too. Figure $50 or more a year you're not spending at the store. Bonus tip: here's the one thing that makes every tree on this list perform better, and almost nobody mentions it. Mulch. 2 to 3 inches of wood chips or straw on top of the soil does 3 things. Keeps roots cooler in summer and warmer in winter, holds moisture so you're watering less, and slowly feeds the tree as it breaks down. Most tree service companies will give you wood chips for free just to get rid of them. I started doing this a few seasons back, and it changed everything about how these containers perform. So there it is, 10 fruit trees that'll turn a balcony into a produce stand. No yard required. My wife still doesn't think we're getting to 10,000 subscribers this year, so if you want to prove her wrong with me, subscribing costs you nothing and means everything. Drop a comment with the tree you're starting with. I'll be reading. Thanks for hanging out, garden friend. Now go get a pot dirty.